Now I know, I got a bit of ahead of myself. I told you everything there is to know about what Torben is doing. But I didn't tell you who he is or why it's important or why you should care. So let me backtrack a bit and let me tell you who Torben Søndergaard is and why you should care.
Hi, I'm not John.
This is Torben Søndergaard, the leader of the last Reformation. Torben was born in 1976 in a non-Christian family. He lived a normal and sane life all the way up till the age of 16. But then, one day, his mother got a stroke. This bad news made Torben very, very sad. He cried and he even prayed to a God he didn't believe in and was looking up to the ceiling and said, "Hello, yes, please God, can you please make my mom to live? I very much love her and I very much don't want her to die. Can you please do that for me?" And after 1.5 years, his mother got paralyzed. Yeah, so she lived. That's something. Time went by, and one day, Torben got told that the Christianity he knew was the wrong kind. And then he got some kind of experience, and that experience convinced Torben that this experience had to be the real God, and everything I thought I knew before this was actually just fake. From that moment, he ended his education as a baker and started what I call God's long list of mistakes. The 5th of April 1995, Torben converted to a Christian movement, a free congregation called Troens Ord, or the Word of the Believing, in Brande, the town Brande. And that was the beginning of Torby Boy's crazy endeavors. Let's fast forward 5 years to the year 2000. We are stepping into the future with spiked hair and neon pants. And Torby Boy is stepping into the future by creating a worldwide website called oplevjesus.dk or experiencejesus.dk. And that same year, he left the free congregation Troens Ord, or the Word of the Believing. And why did he leave? Why did Torben leave? Well, it turns out because they didn't want him to be their leader. They didn't want a Torby Boy leader, man. Why? Wasn't Torben holy enough? Same year, Torben started his own small congregation, which closed down within a year. Just God's little mistake. In 2001, God apparently and very conveniently started talking directly to Torby Boy. And not only that, God gave him the content for a book. That's not the first time God have done this. And what was this book supposed to be about? And how exactly would God give Torben the message, the content? Well, God told Torben, word by word, what he needed to write down. And Torben got 1 chapter a day for 11 days. And then it took like 3 years before he started selling it. I didn't know you could get writer's block when God told you what to write. Didn't God want to speak after the 11 days? What did you do, Torben? What did you do to piss off God? God's enormous mistake. And from that moment on, everything Torben did was because God told him to do it. Everything. In 2003, Torben opens Jesus Butikken, or the Jesus Boutique, the Jesus Shop. I don't know. It doesn't matter, because it closed down almost immediately. Just a little mistake. Later in the year 2003, Torben invited Todd Bentley to Denmark. And Todd Bentley have been convicted for quackery as a quack. That's just God's little mistake. In 2003, Torben opened the Jesus Clinic, and it closed almost immediately also. And that's just another little mistake. Torben didn't rest for long, because later in 2003, he started a new project called Jesus Teams. And Jesus Teams closed down almost immediately because Torben weren't able to teach his students. So the school closed. And that, my friend, is just God's little mistake. God, he makes a lot of small mistakes. That's why God works in mysterious ways, because he enjoys mistakes. Yes, mysterious ways. After this, Torben needed to reorganize. So he took a break, a small break.
2005.
God told Torben to try again. God told Torben, well, now you get to get up on the horse again. Get up on the horse again, please, Torben. Try again. Torben created the Jesus Academies, where you could become a Jesus academic. I don't know. And as a teacher, he hired a guy called Christian Hedegaard. A guy Torben really doesn't like being linked to, but who he has worked with several times in the past. God damn it, it's just God's little mistake. Don't talk about it anymore. It's just a little mistake. From 2004 to 2007 was Torben's greatest success at that point. He started the Jesus House. But in 2007, the elder council, the oldest council, the old guys in charge, they just left. But that's just a little mistake. In 2006, Torben threatens a theologian, Biver Langkær, because of research for a book about cults. And that, my friend, is just a little mistake. You don't need to talk about it so loud. 2007, Torben starts a small congregation with 2 people. And the congregation closes. But that's just God's small mistake. 2008, Torben and Christian Hedegaard got kicked out of a small festival in Denmark for quackery. And that, my friend, is just God's little mistake. 2009, Torben creates and starts the Jesus Radio, which closes within 1 year. So that's also just a small mistake. Now that's a lot of mistakes for God. That's a lot of godly whoopsies. Either God loves to see Torben fail repeatedly, over and over again, or Torben is lying. Every step of the way, Torben have made healings and exorcisms without any knowledge about the medical aspect, any knowledge about mental health issues, about physical injuries. He has no idea what he's doing. Torben have caused more harm than good. Torben is responsible for amputations, for psychosis, and even a lot worse. Torben is charismatic. He is smiling. He's open. He's welcoming. He doesn't seem like any kind of danger at all. He's kind of like a wolf in sheep's clothing. And that is what makes him so much more dangerous. He have used and abused people close to him. People who looked up to him. He have taken everything from them and left them without anything. One time in Barcelona, an old woman went to an ATM and emptied her whole account and gave Torben all of her money. And when she left, Torben turned to his friends or peers and said, "Cool, now I'm able to buy myself and my family a nice dinner." That's the kind of man Torben is. And if you watch any of Torben's movies from a few years ago, no one in those movies are supporting him today because of lacking leadership skills, exposed by Peter Rasmussen, an earlier member of TLR, The Last Reformation. Torben preaches and manipulates, and he takes advantage of weak or sick people. He makes promises that have no connection to reality and have severe consequences. You should care about Torben if you live in America, because that's where he is right now, contaminating the minds of the American people. You should care about Torben if you live anywhere in the world and don't want Torben to contaminate your country next. You should care because by getting the word out about Torben and people like him, we can help stop people before they in desperation contact people like Torben. Torben is lying and deceiving. He's manipulating and hypnotizing people. He's dangerous and he is crazy. The last part of the recording didn't have any sound, so I'm just going to tell you here. Torben is a facade, and when you criticize him and his cult, you get called crazy or labeled with a mental illness. He will block you from all social media and delete every negative comments everywhere. If he gets in trouble or people point out inconsistencies, lies or the truth, he just delete the video or the post. He's trying to create an illusion for everyone following him that everybody thinks that everything he does is a miracle and amazing, and anyone saying anything different is just persecuting him. So I hope you care and share this video everywhere. Remember to like, remember to subscribe, hit the notification bell to get notified about when I upload videos. Thank you for your support, for your time, and remember, I'm still not John.
Hello world, it is a beautiful morning and I am here with my Kickstart, and today God had told me what to do, and God is good and magnificent and God is great, but not only that, God is not your father. I am your father. Yes, that's a little religious joke if you have seen Star Wars. But enough about this. Now we have to talk about you giving me some of your money, because I have a Kickstart and the price is very low, but I earn a very lot. So even though I pretend to have a very not humiliating, what is the word? I'm very humble. I'm humble. And because I'm so humble, I will never take a lot of money, just all your money. Yours money I can use, and if not, you have checked my worldwide website. You can check it on oplevjesus.dk. Also, Oplive Jesus, OP live with E. So yes, and money. I have a mobile pay, just if you want to, just because my name is Torben Søndergaard.
Hi, I'm not John.